You are now entering the Thick Goddess Energy Morning Show. We in the building. High priestess in the building, didn't let my fears kill me. Transmuted my pain in that cleanse in the rain. Found out I was working and I conquered my demons. I accepted my purpose and the goddess I became. Good morning, good morning. Good motherfucking morning. It's Monday, almost the end of the month. 3 months into this year, 2022. Already first quarter done. First quarter done. How's everybody doing? Good morning, Shondell. Today is going to be a rainbows and unicorns kind of day because we going to make it. I hope everybody is doing good. I struggled to get up this morning. I need like 24 hours of sleep. I have realized that I'm sleep deprived and I need about 24 fucking hours of sleep. And I don't know if I'm going to get that anytime soon. So unfortunately, I'm going to be dragging to get out of my bed every day. It is what it is. It's whatever. Good morning. This is your Thick Goddess Energy Morning Show, brought to you by Divine Moon Goddess Healers and Readings.com, where your questions get answered. Who am I? I am your host, Ariana, aka Divine Moon Goddess. Also, you only have a couple more days to book a in-depth reading with me and get that 30% off using code FreshStart222 as it expires on the 31st. Okay. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Latoria. So few more days to get the code. Otherwise, I'm not doing an extra code in April. Those of you who shopped on my Crystal Live sales, you guys have gotten some codes in the mail, depending on what kind of shopper you've been. So those codes will be good until the end of April. Good morning, Lashina. But that is it. A couple more days to book your in-depth reading. Go do it using code Fresh Start. We're also sponsored. This morning's show is sponsored by Shanti Rentals Inc. So what else? If you guys missed my Crystal Live sale yesterday, go watch it, as there are some neat and beautiful, especially if you're looking for some high-end crystals. I do have some pretty high-end crystals on there. Go look at it. You have until Wednesday to put in your order, as the next order or sale, should I say, will be Thursday afternoon. Okay. Good morning, Betty. How are you guys doing? I feel like everybody's struggling today. I feel like the struggle is real. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay if the struggle is real. Good morning, Debbie. You know, I feel like I need to go take a walk and shit, wake up. I'm trying to think, what are my other... I know I have some more announcements, but I feel like I forgot. I have forgotten them. I think I have a healing circle this week, but I can't remember what day. So I'll have to let y'all know tomorrow. I know it's not today. I will let y'all know tomorrow. But I know I have a healing circle this week. I just can't remember the day. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for those of you who came out on Friday night and supported our readings for a cause in the Soul Tribe, who donated and just vibed, shared us out. I call that support also when you share us out and got eyes on it. So I do appreciate each and every one of you that came out. We do this every month. So we will be doing it again next month. And we have we pick every month. We pick somewhere to raise money for. I feel the same way. I was struggling this morning. I woke up at like 7 something and I was just like, no, no, I'm not getting up. No. I needed to get up and come and do some more of the readings for the YouTube channel because I got fire signs and I almost got earth signs done. I got to do Capricorn today. Later on today, I'll do Capricorn. If you've been on the YouTube channel, you see that Aries and Taurus dropped today. So if you're an Aries or Taurus, go to the YouTube channel, go see what your April is going to look like, as it was very interesting doing those readings. So I've done fire signs and air and earth signs. I got to do water and air signs after that. So I'm going to try to knock those out this week as well, and get your lovely readings done for April. Good morning, Angela. So today's show, I am talking about, you guys know we're already on like show 94 today. We're like on show 94, which is pretty fucking awesome. Yeah, we're on 94. So, you know, we're very close. 6 more episodes and we will be celebrating the 100th episode. I think I'm going to do a giveaway. 100 episodes of this beautiful morning show. And it's crazy because time fucking flies when you're having fun. You know, I am also transferring this morning show to a podcast. And I'm very excited about that, you guys. And so it's in the works, but everything will be worked out by the end of April, which I'm very, very excited for. You can't wait for Scorpio. I hope Scorpio's good. I haven't done Scorpio yet. I'm hoping Scorpio has a beautiful fucking month. It is Monday, Betty. I know I've been like, what the fuck day am I on? It's Monday because I'm dragging. The crazy thing is, I don't even go Monday through Friday. You guys know I work 7 days a week. So I don't have a day off by choice. I could take a day off, but I choose not to. I'm an overachiever and I'm a workaholic. So because I know this shit, right? I just go with the flow and I just have to deal with it. One of these days, I will become a person who takes days off, you know, but not no time soon. Not this year, not in 2022. Maybe 2023, but not in this year. I got too much shit to do. I got too much shit to handle. I'm too ambitious to take a day off. That's what it boils down to. I'm too fucking ambitious to take a day off. It is what it is. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. So this morning show is about if your person, and I'm gonna address my ladies today, but I'll kind of talk to my men too. But you know, I'm gonna address my ladies. So especially my single ladies who are struggling out there, who are like, there's no good men, there's no crying and shit, right? The title is If He's Not Worth the Wait, He Ain't It. Okay. And I wanted to say that because, you know, not that we shouldn't have pride in ourselves and be like, yes, I'm the cake topper, biatch, right? I'm the cake topper. I'm the goddess. But if you're a goddess, then the person, and I don't want to, you know, not everybody is with a man. You could be dating a woman, whatever floats your boat. I don't give a fuck, right? But I'm gonna stick to this so I don't got to keep referring to different. It's just too much. It's too much. We're gonna symbolize it. So the person that you want, right? If you don't feel like they're worth the wait, if you're like, I'm a goddess and I'm this, right? Then the person you want is a god, right? If you're a goddess, they're a god. But for some reason, like when we say that, if a dude says that, they're very egotistical all of a sudden. Who do you think you are? You know? And it's like if we're goddesses, then our counterpart is the God, right? That's the energy. That's the energy that we're putting out there. So if you know that you're this higher energy, your person should just be the same. So if you cannot wait, if this person you cannot wait for, you're like, nope, I ain't waiting for you to make up your mind, or I'm not waiting for you to do this, that, and the third. I'm not waiting because we're impatient as fuck and we want everything now, then they're not the one. Same thing you would do to someone is if you were telling them I'm not ready, and you want them to wait until you're ready. You want to give someone the same kind of energy that you would want for self, right? But more than likely, most women aren't willing to do that. Most willing women are like, no, if you ain't on my schedule, there's 10 other dudes in my DM. 10 other dudes in my DM that will. Good morning, one. Right. That'd be due for you, boo. Good morning, Tiffany. So, when you're looking at it, you got to ask yourself, like, all right, I would want someone to wait for me. I would want someone to make me know that I am worth it. And so we want to feel worth it, but we don't want to make the man feel worth it. I hear this all the time is I don't want to look thirsty and I don't want to look this. And I think there's a difference between thirsty and I'm interested. Okay. To me, thirsty is like we just started talking and I am texting you all fucking day long. We just start talking. We don't need to text all motherfucking day long. I might be a different person. Maybe I'm not the one to have this conversation. Or like you just start talking and then like all of a sudden you're photo bombing their fucking phone. Like you're sending photos like all fucking day long. I don't know. I think as adults that's just a little bit too much because for me, if a grown man is texting me 20 million times a day, I feel like you ain't working. I feel like your ass sitting on the couch somewhere. You got too much time to be motherfucking texting me all day. That's me personally. That's how I feel. I feel like someone need to be busy. Some hours pass by. Then maybe you send me an emoji or something and say check on me if you want to check on me or something. But I don't know. So my point though is going back to if you're single and you're looking, right? And maybe you're not looking, but you're single, right? Your person has to be someone you're willing to wait for, someone you're willing to give time to. A lot of people are like, well, I don't want to be an option. I don't want to be um, treated like an option. And I want to say that there's a big difference from someone being a player and keeping you in a slew of other women or, partners, or a person who is actively dating and they are comparing everyone. So there's nothing wrong with someone who is actively dating and they are dating other people dating, because you got to understand what the dating phase is. Dating doesn't mean relationship. And I've seen a lot of women do this, and there could be men that do this too. And this is why some men get hurt, because they think the dating phase is a relationship phase. And the dating phase is not a relationship phase. Okay. The dating is dating to get to know someone. It's trying to see, do I want to be with this person? Do I want to step it to the next level? Do I see a future with this person? In the dating phase, you're going to be dating multiple people. So just know, just like you got multiple people in your phone, this person has multiple people most likely in their phone too. And the biggest thing is people don't like rejection. So this is why you hear, I don't want to be treated like an option. It's because you can't take rejection. If someone, and it's the same thing we say to men, like when you reject a man and he's like, well, fuck you, bitch. Like if you've ever had that happen to you, you're like, I can't even say no. Like, what the fuck? A lot of women can't. There's a lot of dudes that will go off if you're like, no, I'm not interested. So you got to lie as a woman. And I don't know if men understand this, but a lot of women are just like, sure, I'll give you my IG. Sure, I'll give you my IG. But there's a lot. I've went through it. I went through it, especially in my younger years. The second I like didn't take a phone number, I was a bitch or I was this, and I was like, weren't you just trying to talk to me? But now I'm a bitch because I didn't want your fucking number. I don't know how it is out there because I ain't in the dating world no more, especially not right now. I ain't in the dating world. Um, but I feel like a lot of times, people don't really understand what the opposite sex goes through. So just know that if you are searching, and dating is dating, dating is getting to know this person. I think sometimes a lot of women, especially women, because biological clocks, and if you want to have babies, and you know, that stuff starts to weigh heavy on you. You feel like time is running out. I felt like that, especially going into my 40s. I'm 42 now. So when I was in my late 30s, I was like, oh man, if I want more kids, I got to find somebody now. Otherwise, that's it for me. It's a wrap because, society and our pre-belief systems or whatever, right? Um, tell us that our clock is ticking, and we don't have that much time, and we're getting old, right? Because that's what society is telling us. Society is like, you're getting old, you're too old, right? You're too old to have children, you're too old for this. And we start panicking. And so women, then you're like, I've seen women like trying to settle down with anybody. And it's like, do you really want to settle down with that person? Do you really want that person in your life? I feel like the person that's really yours is the person that you're willing to take time with. The person that's truly the one, I think you're willing to take that time and effort to get to know that person. And that person is willing to take time and effort to get to know you. I think when a lot of women talk about men that want to rush into relationships and rush to the altar, I think you got to take that as a red flag. I'm not saying that there are some people who know, because I think you kind of know your person. Like, I know this is my person on some level, but I don't think even with that, you're going to rush into a relationship. So if you're in this dating game, right? And you meet someone and you think, like, I like this guy. I like this person. I'm talking to this person, right? I like this person. But you're like, if you're not ready to marry me, bye. Do you really like this person? Are you really ready to take it to the next level if you can't even date this person first and build a friendship? I think friendships are important. I say this all the time. I think friendships are important for any relationship to last. You have to be able to like the person that you're trying to set up your life and have this forever with the person you can't even stand. If you can't stand this person fucking irritates you, their whole personality fucking irritates you. How the fuck are you going to get past a year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years with this person and some kids, and you can't even fucking stand them? And the crazy part about it is what people don't realize, a lot of people don't realize this, is that your kids with this person can have their full fucking mannerisms, and you have to look at that person every day through your children. Very hard when you can't stand a motherfucker, right? So, you know, as a young, I was young. I was young, and I made some choices, and I won't say mistakes because I won't ever take my children back, even with all the pain and shit that I went through. I would go back and do it again, because I love them. Those are my kiddos. So what I learned from that experience was that you need to build a friendship. You need to be able to like this person, because it is very hard to then see those same mannerisms within your children when you can't stand someone, right? So you're dating for keeps. So you want to have someone that you actually like, not just thinking about, oh, I got to get married and I need, most of it is based on bullshit society. And your people are like, when are you getting married? Oh, you're still single? I have an aunt that calls me periodically, and she's always like, so are you dating anybody yet? Any babies yet? And it's like, can you ask anything else about my life? I don't know. Let's talk about my career. Not interested in my career. Just wants to know any more babies, or Or do you have a boyfriend yet? That's the conversation. And she'll periodically call me, like maybe like once a year. I think like birthdays or Mother's Day, maybe get like twice a year. And it's like, any boyfriends yet? Dating anybody? Any kids? No? All right. It's like, damn. All right. Love you too. I think a lot of times our people put a lot of pressure on us to be, but you gotta like the person, genuinely like the person. And I do feel like men are worth the wait also. We want to be treated like we're the prize, but do you treat your man like he's the prize? And then a lot of people will realize why their relationships fail because you're not treating your man like he's the prize. And let me tell you, if you already have someone in your life, this is good advice. He needs to feel like he's fucking special too. He needs to feel like you want him also. You need him also. You know, women get very caught up in I'm the prize. You know what I mean? Hail to my fucking feet. And we forget that checking with the man. We forget. And then that opens up for the what is it? The cleanup woman. You guys remember Betty? What was it? Betty White? Is her name? No, it's not Betty White. Betty something. She had a song called The Cleanup Woman. You know, you make it very easy for the cleanup woman to come in and start showing your man attention, start showing him that he matters. You know, you have to make him feel like he's special too. You know, you have to it's the give and take, right? It can't just be that you're the goddess and he's the peasant. Like if that's the relationship, that's not a fucking relationship. And I see it a lot. I see it a lot with a lot of women. And your man has to be worth it also. You got to look at him and be like, I will wait forever for you. That's how you know that that's your person. But if you wouldn't, you're like, I'll wait a day. If you don't call me, I already got somebody in my phone. That's not the one. That's not the one. That ain't the one. Good morning, Veronica. Good morning, Shondell. I mean, I already said good morning. Betty Wright. Yes. The cleanup woman is something, something. Um, you are open up the door for the cleanup woman to come and clean your mess up because you're not paying attention to your man and you're not letting him know that he is the one and that you love him, or that you're not just I love him, but you're just like, okay, you're my person and I value you. We want to be valued, but we do, and I see this a lot. I say it because I see it a lot where women forget. It's like, value your man also. And then it opens up the door. Go listen to that song. Look up Betty Wright. Go look up Betty Wright and look up the cleanup woman and listen to that fucking song. And you will hear what I'm saying. I don't know who Facebook user is, but hey, um, your person has to be just as important as you want to be treated. But we get so selfish. We get so selfish and it's all about us. And we get in this moment of just me, 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 me. And we forget about the other person. We forget to check in with them. Yeah, I definitely feel like you need to be comfortable to be yourself. I think a lot of people aren't. But again, a lot of people are on a superficial kind of level. Shondell, so you know what the words mean. So, when it comes to your person, if you're not willing to wait for this person, like if this person is like, I can't give you what you want right now, you got to think about that. It's not that this person doesn't love you. It's not that this person doesn't care. This person is telling you that they can't give you what you want, right? They're trying to do whatever it is, career, whatever it is that they're doing. What do you do? Most women will be like, well, fuck you then. I'm going to go and find me somebody who is ready. Wrong answer. If you weren't ready, but you liked someone, you're like, man, I really like you, but I'm not ready right now. You would want someone to give you that space and time to get your shit together. But what happens is women, we get very fucking needy and we want the motherfucker to move in and we want a whole fucking family and a life and a marriage and run down the aisle just so we could be like, oh, look at my ring, girl. I think we got to get away from that as women. I think we have to get away from that stereotype that we can't wait for a man that people are like, he's not doing this for you. Leave him, girl. I think you need to tell people to like stay out your business. I think you need to tell people like, if I asked you for your fucking opinion, I would. I don't think you should ask people their opinion about anything like that because most other women are going to tell you, no, go find somebody else. But then you have these ladies that have been with their husband like fucking 30 years, 30 years, and they ain't leaving that motherfucker. But they talk shit all damn day, right? It is very tough, but again, I will keep saying this. If your person is not someone that you're willing to wait for, they are not the one. They are not the one. If you are actively talking to someone and you could tell that this person is busy or they don't have time for you, but you generally have this connection and you're talking and you're not willing to stay in the dating phase with this person, they're not the one. And you might need to look at how you're rushing through motherfuckers. Like you maybe need to be like, why am I rushing through these people? You might need to take a step back because you need to be able to get to know somebody. Again, you need to see if you like this person. This person could be a fucking asshole. Could be a fucking asshole. And you don't know. You just want to run off into the sunset because right now it seems good in this moment, right? Good morning, Elise. Yeah, you're coming up as Facebook user. Men want to feel like they're prized also. Men want to feel like they're wanted also. And again, I'm not just trying to segregate this conversation to just men and women, but largely I deal with relationship guidance, and my readings are normally relationship guidance. So I'm pushing this towards majority of the people who watch me and the type of readings that I have to go through. And most of it is women forgetting that their men are also the prize. And I've seen it one too many times where the man cheats because they need that boost. They need someone to give a fuck. They need someone, and someone comes along giving them a lot of attention. And that's what it normally is, regardless to the end result. And normally the man will feel like shit afterwards, right? But it's in the moment of, it's making me feel good in this moment, and I haven't felt that good in a long time. I've seen it happen like a lot. And I do see a lot of women rushing to the altar. And I again, we talk about this all the time. So I hope it's embedding, like, not to say there's anything wrong with marriage. And I think if you want to be married, be married. Just take your time. Your age doesn't make you shitty because you get married at 50. There's a lot of people who get married in their older ages. Not everybody needs to be married by 20. Not everybody needs to be married by 30. You're not gonna look bad well, society might say some shit, but who gives a fuck? Stop giving a fuck what society says. So if you don't get married until you're 50, who cares? It's not going to make you look any worse. It's not going to make you're not a bad person. You're not undesirable because you're not married and you're older. I have not been married in my life. I'm glad that I didn't get married earlier in my life because I'd be divorced. So I'm actually very happy that I did not get married, and that it never happened because it wasn't meant to be, and I'd be divorced right now. And I don't like that term. I've always been someone who takes marriage seriously. I don't take it lightly. So running down the aisle with someone would not be my thing. It would not be my go-to, because I do feel like when you're making this commitment, and it doesn't matter the paperwork behind it, it's that soul connection and commitment that you're saying, I'm going to work this through with you. So I'm not just going to throw in the towel and leave you. When you're saying you're marrying someone, you're signing up for the hard times too. You're not just signing up for the easy moments. You're signing up for the hard times. And a lot of people can't take that. Y'all can't even, like, I'm not going to say y'all, because I think you guys that are watching me are actually on point. But there's a lot of people who can't even take the dating phase. If you can't take the dating phase, well, how the fuck are you going to take a real life with this person? If you can't even handle if your emotions ain't even mature enough to handle the dating phase, how the fuck are you going to go through a relationship and a marriage with this person? Because that's going through possible layoffs, possible money issues, possible mental breakdowns with someone, possible children. If you can't go through the fucking dating phase, how are you going to get to that next step? So for me, marriage is like it's like not that it's going to be forever, because nothing is guaranteed forever. But I look at it as something like I'm going to be there and I'm going to put my all into it. So I'm definitely not going to rush down the aisle. And I'm 42. No rush here. It'll happen if it happens. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. But there was a time where I was like, oh my God, time's running out. Like if I was going to die at 40. But that's because of how society pushes us to think us women are getting old. We're old and tainted in our late 30s. And what I have found is the 40s are fucking amazing. And I feel better than I felt in my 30s, actually. In my 30s, I was very fucking depressed and all over the place and up and down in my emotions and fucking childish as hell. So hitting 30 is very, hitting when I hit 40 was very different from when I went to hitting my 30s. And I look back like, oh, and we're not going back to the 20s, because the 20s, I'm just going to shake my head at my 20s. 20s was like hard head and a fireball. I think I was really a bitch in my 20s. I think I was a bitch in my 20s. I was not a nice person, especially to men. I was not a nice person to men. So so don't remember, your man has to feel like they're wanted and they're worth it. Most women treat men like shit. We treat men like they're the option. We treat them like they're the second class citizen. And if you want someone on your team, like truly on your team, truly standing next to you, they need to feel like they're just as important as you are. And if you want your man or your woman, whatever you date, right? If you want them to feel that way, you got to treat them the same way you want to be treated. And think about that. Think about that. A man wants to sit, if you talk about I'm a queen, he's a king, then don't try to make a peasant sit next to you. That shit ain't gonna fucking work. The peasant gonna be trying to do jokester shit, or what is it? Not jokester, jester. The jester sitting in front of the king and queen. Don't be trying to put a jester in your seat just to have a fucking king. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You guys know real mature people. I'm gonna say people, men or women, right? Real mature people have understanding and have patience with each other. Immature people don't. Immature people want to rush and have tantrums. And so if you find yourself being one of these immature people, you need to check your own emotions and feelings and ask yourself, what the fuck am I doing in this moment, right? A rememberable blur, like real shit. Yeah, most of my 20s I was pretty drunk through. I think the first part of my 30s I was too, for the most part. I was a functionally alcoholic, but hey, I don't even drink no more. I don't even have a taste of drinking. I could go out and have water and I'm good. It's just something like, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't drink. But I think we devalue our other halves, and I think just going back to that, remember that when you don't show your person that care, and you're always in you, you do open it up for the cleanup woman or man to come in and take them, to show them that attention, even if it is for a moment, you know. So just remember, most of your partners don't even give a shit if you're in lingerie. You know, most men don't give two shits about lingerie. Most people, like we as women, be trying to go all out and we think we got to do all this extra shit. And your man actually will like you in some fucking sweatpants. Like if he's really into you, you turn him on in some motherfucking sweatpants and a t-shirt. You don't even got to do shit. Yeah. Well, I never really liked drinking. I was covering up and escaping with drinking. So it was never like, oh, I just like drinking. It was like a escape and a cover up of what I didn't want to deal with. I think you gotta take your time. I think you gotta take your time and see, can you guys deal with each other before just running off and get married. And I say that, I know that there's instances where you feel like, I know this is the one. I know this is my person, right? But I still feel like, because that's soul recognition, that's heart recognition. You feel the deep connection, you feel that bond that you guys have been through, and you, through time and space, you found this person, and you'll find this person again and again. But I think our personalities of this life can clash. Our personalities in this life may not be this, it's not the same as our last lives together. And so now we have to relearn each other. We have to learn, who are we in this life, in quirks, and if someone snores and things like that. You have to be able to be like, all right, can I deal with this? There's other things. This person may be someone who always drops their fucking clothes on the floor. Can I deal with that? Some people, that'll like lose your fucking mind type shit for some people. Right. I don't think there's no age of being too old to get married. Shit, if you're 80 and you find your boo, mo power to you. You and your boo go get fucking married at 80. I don't think there's a, oh, you're too old for marriage. What the fuck kind of shit is that? Right. Right. I like the same thing, like how you're attracted to your person and they're not all dressed up and all, no, they just could be chilling in some basketball shorts and you're like, that's how your person feels about you. But see, us women, we do too fucking much. We do too much. We think they want the stripper life every day. And not every man wants the stripper life every day. That shit is cool for a hot second, right? That shit is cool to go, but not every grown ass man is wanting you to swing from a motherfucking pole every day. That's some bullshit that somebody's telling you. That's what these videos are showing people. That's the concept that they're getting in their heads, but not every man is fucking doing this. Not every man wants that. Not every man cares. You could literally have nothing on. Anybody on here, how long does your lingerie actually last when you're with your person? How long does it actually last you wearing this fucking lingerie? I think I need to put a poll up and ask. She said my limit was 35 and I'm thugging. Good morning, Raquel. It ain't gonna last. It don't last. It's not gonna last. Men don't really give a shit. I'm not saying they don't like it every now and then, but they don't. We're the ones that be like overly fucking crazy about stupid shit sometimes that don't make no sense. Women, we got to stop it. We got to stop it. Got to chill the fuck out. Make this shit a little bit more simpler. Women are always like, I don't understand men. It's because you thinking too much. You're overly processing this whole situation. Men are actually not that complicated. Not that fucking complicated. Depending on the quality. Now, if you got a motherfucking the ones that you gotta like tie up and shit, you're not getting out of that one that quickly, right? Because that's a lot of work to get in that. But I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot. We overthink this shit. If your person is not someone you're willing to wait for, they're not the ones. You got to be willing to wait and work with the person that you like. And that means this person might not be available for you this week. Are you going to be like, fuck you, because you're not available this week? Again, everybody's trying to rush. Everybody's trying to rush. And I was in the same boat doing the same shit. Rushing, rushing, rushing. For what? Rushing to get where? Exactly. Think like a man, act like a woman. The crazy part is I have a brother, and my brother is always giving me the scoop on men. My brother has shown me the good and the bad of what men can be, and he's always, been real about a lot of shit. So I get the inside scoop on how most men are. Most men don't give a fuck. Unfortunately, it is the women, and the biggest problem amongst relationships, long-term ones, is women stop being that fiery, passionate woman they met. The man met this seductive, sensual woman right in the beginning, twerking and shit and all this other crazy shit she was doing. And then a little bit into it, all of a sudden the woman stops. She stops, and all of a sudden I have a headache every day. You can't do that. You know what? I get it. Your mind, your body, your choice, and all this bullshit. But when you get married, you signed up for this shit. You signed up to take care of your person. You signed up to take care of their sexual needs. I hope you understand that. If you're not ready to take care of your person's sexual needs, don't fucking get married, because you signed up to make sure that they are satisfied completely. Don't rush into it. If you're not ready to handle that, can't be like, oh, I got a headache today. What the fuck? See, if I was a man, I'd be like, what? The fuck you mean? Excuse me? I didn't marry you for your headache. You can't. You can't. So if you didn't sign up for it, you gotta change. You gotta change that. Don't rush into no marriage unless you're really ready to take care of somebody's wants and needs, because you are ultimately signing up. You don't want nobody else to do it, right? You don't want the cleanup woman to come in. You don't want the cleanup woman to come in and handle it, right? So you signed up for this. And it's crazy because I'll hear a lot of women and it's like, how are y'all married but ain't had sex in 20 years? Like, what the fuck? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Somebody tell me. Somebody help me understand. Ain't no way. There you go. Rush to the vacation. Just don't forget your person. Don't forget your person is just as important as you are. Don't forget to make your person feel just as important as you are. Okay. Good morning, Hope. I told you guys last time, don't ever let your man leave the house without swallowing some shit. I wasn't playing when I said that. I wasn't playing. Don't ever let your man leave the house without being satisfied. Don't do it. Don't you do it. You slacking. I think you should definitely tell somebody if you are not a sexual person, right? So I think this is one of the problems. People don't have open conversations. If you know that you're not someone who likes sex, there's things that you're like, I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that type shit. You need to disclose that in the fucking beginning. You say, well, I like you, but there's some shit I ain't gonna do. I'm sorry. There's some stuff I just not gonna do. So that person can make a decision like, you know what? Maybe I need to keep dating. Yeah, see, Betty, I couldn't do that. My man couldn't be like, oh, I have a headache every motherfucking day. We'd have a problem. Good morning, Mandy. A headache. Let me get you some aspirin real quick. You said happy to be a lesbian. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. I don't care who you date. I don't care if you're dating a man or a woman. You should make sure your woman is taken care of before she leaves the house. Your partner should be satisfied before they leave the house. And I believe that. I'm a firm believer that your person should never leave the house without being satisfied. That's just my take on it. Hey,